Lesson 1: The Struggle for Religious Tolerance.
Hey Anna, did you know that the religious tensions between the Irish and the English grew much worse in the 1500s?
Really? I wasn't aware of the specifics, but I know there was a lot of conflict and intolerance between the two groups historically.
Exactly. When the English became Protestant, they started persecuting the predominantly Catholic Irish population.
Oh, I see. So the religious divide became a major source of tension and oppression between the two groups.
Absolutely. The English rulers tried to forcibly convert the Irish and suppress their Catholic faith.
That sounds like a terrible situation, forcing people to abandon their long-held religious beliefs.
It was a very dark chapter. The Irish were essentially denied the right to freely practice their religion.
How awful. Religious intolerance can lead to such profound human rights abuses and suffering.
You're right. It's a sad example of how dogmatism and narrow-mindedness can tear communities apart.
Definitely. Respecting religious diversity and freedom of belief is so crucial for a just, harmonious society.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, that kind of religious persecution and conflict has plagued many regions throughout history.
It's truly tragic. Forced conversions, discrimination, and violence in the name of religion, it's just heartbreaking.
I agree. But it's a powerful reminder of why we must always champion religious tolerance and pluralism.
Definitely. No one should ever have to hide or deny their faith out of fear of oppression or violence.
Exactly. Everyone deserves the right to practice their beliefs freely and openly, without persecution.
Absolutely. It's crucial that we continue to promote interfaith understanding and protect religious freedoms.
Completely agree. Only by embracing diversity of faith can we hope to create a more just, peaceful world.
Well said. All right, let's do our part to spread that message of religious tolerance and respect.
Agreed. It's an important fight, but one that's worth having. Onward.
Lesson 2: Party Pep Talk.
Hey Anna, I wanted to check in with you about the party tonight. You seem a little nervous.
Yeah, I guess I'm just feeling a bit anxious about the whole thing. I want to make a good impression.
Don't worry about it. The most important thing is that you just be yourself and have a great time.
I know, you're right. I tend to overthink these social situations sometimes.
I get it, but try not to put too much pressure on yourself. Just relax and be your awesome self.
You make it sound so easy. What if I say the wrong thing or feel awkward?
Anna, you're worrying too much. The people there are your friends, they're not judging you.
I suppose so, but I still want to make a good impact, you know? I want them to see the real me.
And they will. Just focus on enjoying the party and connecting with people. That's what matters.
Okay, you've got a point. I should stop stressing and just go with the flow, huh?
Exactly. That's the spirit. Just be yourself and have a great time. You've got this.
You're right, you're right. I'm going to try to loosen up and not overthink everything.
That's my girl. I know once you get there and start socializing, you'll be your charming self.
I hope so. Alright, I'm going to channel your positivity and just go with the flow.
That's it. Go in there, own the room, and have an amazing time. I believe in you.
Thanks, John. I really appreciate you giving me this pep talk. I feel a lot better now.
Anytime. I know you're going to rock it. Now go have fun and make some awesome memories.
Will do. Okay, I'm off to the party. Wish me luck. I'll catch up with you later.
No luck needed, you've got this. Enjoy the party, Anna. Can't wait to hear all about it.
Lesson 3, Musical Conversations.
Hey Anna, have you been enjoying your music classes this year?
Hello, John. I absolutely love my music classes. They're the best part of my day.
That's great to hear. What kind of music do you enjoy the most?
I'm really into classical music. The way the different instruments come together is just mesmerizing.
Ah, I see. I'm more of a pop music fan myself. There's just something about the catchy beats and relatable lyrics that I can't get enough of.
I can understand the appeal of pop music too. The energy and fun vibe is really infectious.
Exactly. Do you play any instruments in your music classes?
Yes, I've been learning the piano. It's been challenging, but so rewarding when I can play a piece all the way through.
The piano is such a versatile instrument. I bet you're really talented.
Thank you. I enjoy it a lot. What about you? Do you participate in any music activities?
I'm in the school choir. Singing with a group is such an amazing experience.
That's wonderful. I've always admired the skill and coordination required for choir performances.
It's been a lot of work, but it's so fulfilling when we nail a song. Music really is a special part of my high school experience.
I couldn't agree more. It's such an important outlet for creativity and self-expression.
Absolutely. I'm glad we both get to enjoy music as part of our education.
Lesson 4, Sports Chatter.
Morning, Anna. Did you catch the game last night?
Good morning, John. Unfortunately, I couldn't watch the game. How did our team do?
Ah, that's too bad. They played an incredible match and ended up winning 3-2.
Wow, that's amazing. I'm so glad to hear they pulled through. What was the best part of the game?
The winning goal in the last minute was just thrilling. The crowd went wild.
I can only imagine the excitement. I wish I could have been there to experience it.
You should definitely try to catch the next one. The atmosphere in the stadium is electric.
I'll make sure to clear my schedule for the next big game. Sports events are such a fun way to spend an evening.
Agreed. There's nothing quite like the adrenaline rush of cheering on your team.
Exactly. Do you have a favorite player on the team?
That's a tough choice. They all played so well, but I'd have to say the team captain was the real MVP.
Ooh, I can see why. They must have really led the team to victory.
Absolutely. Their leadership and skill on the field were just phenomenal.
I'm looking forward to seeing them in action next time. It's going to be a great game, I can feel it.
Same here, Anna. I'm already counting down the days.
Lesson 5, Artistic Explorations.
Yo, Anna. What kind of genres do you usually explore when it comes to writing?
Hey there, John. I really enjoy exploring the world of short stories. There's just something so captivating about crafting a complete narrative in a concise format.
That's awesome. I can see the appeal. Do you have a favorite type of short story you like to write?
That's a tough question. I'd say I'm drawn to stories with a touch of magical realism. The blending of the ordinary and the extraordinary just fascinates me.
Magical realism, huh? That sounds like such an intriguing genre. What is it about that blend of the real and the fantastical that you find so compelling?
Well, I love how it allows me to explore the complexities of the human experience through a slightly skewed lens. It adds this layer of wonder and mystery to the everyday.
I can definitely see the appeal. It must give you so much creative freedom to play with those boundaries between reality and imagination.
Exactly. And the best part is, the possibilities are endless. I can let my mind run wild with all sorts of imaginative scenarios.
That's so cool. I'd love to read some of your work if you're ever willing to share. I bet it's really captivating.
Thanks, John. I'd be happy to share some of my stories with you. Maybe we can even swap writing tips and bounce ideas off each other.
Sounds like a plan. I'm always looking to expand my creative horizons, so I'd really appreciate the opportunity to learn from you.
It's a deal then. This is going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to see what kind of stories you come up with as well.
Awesome. I'm excited to dive into this creative journey with you, Anna.
Lesson 6, Fashion Forward.
Hey, Anna, can you help me pick out a new outfit? I'm feeling like I need a wardrobe refresh.
Absolutely, John. What kind of clothes are you looking for? Something casual and comfortable, or are you in the mood for a dressier look?
That's a great question. I'm honestly not sure what I'm in the mood for. My usual go-to is pretty casual, but I kind of want to switch it up and try something different.
Okay, no problem. Let's start with the basics. What colors or patterns do you usually gravitate towards?
I tend to stick to a lot of neutral tones like black, gray, and navy. But I'm open to adding a pop of color or maybe some fun prints.
Awesome, that gives us a good starting point. How about we try pairing a bold, patterned shirt with some sleek, dark wash jeans? That would give you a stylish yet laid-back vibe.
Ooh, I like the sound of that. And maybe we can find a nice, lightweight jacket to throw on top for a little extra polish.
Definitely. A denim or leather jacket would look great. And don't forget to pick out some cool accessories, like a statement necklace or a pair of trendy sunglasses.
Accessories, huh? You're really taking this to the next level. I'm starting to get excited about this fashion overhaul.
That's the spirit. Fashion can be so much fun when you're open to experimenting. Let's head to the store and see what we can find that'll make you look and feel your best.
Sounds like a plan, Anna. I'm ready to dive in and revamp my wardrobe. This is going to be an adventure.
Lesson 7, Road Trip Essentials.
Hey Anna, are you all set for our road trip this weekend?
Absolutely, John. I've been preparing for days. Did you remember to pack a reliable GPS and some snacks for the journey?
Good call on the GPS. I definitely don't want us getting lost out there. And yes, I've got a whole cooler full of tasty road trip snacks.
Excellent. Those are two of the most important things to have for a successful road trip. What other essentials did you pack?
Well, I made sure to bring a comfy travel pillow in case we need to take turns driving and need to catch some sleep. And I threw in a few of my favorite playlists to keep us entertained.
Smart thinking. A good playlist can make all the difference on a long drive. What kind of music do you have queued up?
A little bit of everything, some upbeat pop, a few classic rock anthems, and even some mellow tunes for when we need to unwind.
Sounds like the perfect road trip soundtrack. Now, did you remember to pack any supplies in case we run into car trouble along the way?
Oh, good point. I've got a basic emergency kit with a spare tire, jumper cables, and a flashlight. Hopefully, we won't need any of that, but it's better to be safe than sorry.
Definitely. And don't forget to bring some extra cash or a backup credit card, just in case we need to pay any unexpected tolls or make an unplanned pit stop.
Got it covered. I feel like we've thought of just about everything. This is going to be the best road trip ever.
Lesson 8, Flavorful Fusion.
Hey Anna, I heard you've been experimenting with different spice combinations in the kitchen. Tell me more about that.
Absolutely, John. I've been having so much fun exploring the world of spices and trying to create some unique flavor profiles.
That's awesome. What are some of the more interesting spice combinations you've come up with?
Well, one of my recent favorites is a blend of cumin, coriander, and a touch of smoked paprika. It adds this really warm, earthy flavor to dishes.
Ooh, that sounds delicious. I love the idea of playing with different spices to achieve different tastes.
Exactly. And the best part is, you can get so creative. Like, I've also been playing around with turmeric, ginger, and a hint of cayenne for a bit of a kick.
Yum, that combination sounds perfect for adding some zing to a meal. Do you have a favorite dish that you've experimented with these spice blends on?
I'd have to say roasted vegetables are my go-to. The spices really complement the natural sweetness of the produce.
I can just imagine how flavorful that would be. Maybe you could share one of your spice-infused veggie recipes with me sometime?
Absolutely. I'd be happy to. In fact, I'm planning on making a roasted cauliflower dish with that cumin coriander paprika blend this weekend. You should join me.
I would love that, Anna. Cooking together and swapping culinary tips sounds like so much fun.
Definitely. I'm always eager to learn new techniques and flavor combinations. This is going to be a delicious adventure.
I can't wait. Thanks for inviting me to be part of your spice-filled kitchen explorations, Anna.
Lesson 9: Funny Car Capers.
Hey, Anna. How's it going? Do you have any funny car trouble stories to share?
Funny you should ask, John. I actually have a pretty hilarious one that comes to mind.
Oh, do tell. I could use a good laugh right about now.
Okay, so this happened last year when I was driving home from work. I was on the highway, minding my own business, when suddenly my car just stops running.
Oh, that doesn't sound good. What happened next?
Well, I pulled over to the side of the road, completely baffled. I popped the hood, trying to figure out what was wrong, and that's when I noticed it.
Noticed what? Don't leave me hanging here.
There was a squirrel sitting on my engine, just munching away on some wires. Apparently, it had decided to make a little nest in my car.
No way. A squirrel? That's too funny. What did you do?
I started cracking up, of course. I couldn't believe it. But then I realized I had to get it out of there before it caused any more damage.
I can only imagine the challenge of that. Did you manage to shoo it away?
It took some coaxing, but eventually I was able to get the little guy to scamper off. Then I had to call a tow truck to get my car to the mechanic.
Wow, what an ordeal. But at least you got a good story out of it, right?
Absolutely. The mechanic got a kick out of it too when I told him what happened. I'll never forget that crazy squirrel incident.
That's hilarious. I'm glad you were able to see the humor in it, despite the car trouble.
Me too. You never know what kind of surprises you're going to encounter when you're out on the road.
That's for sure. Well, thanks for sharing that entertaining story, Anna. I feel a lot better about any potential car troubles I might face in the future.
Lesson 10, Trunk Treasures.
Hey Anna, did you hear about that crazy story with the person who got locked in their trunk?
No, I haven't heard that one. What happened?
Apparently, the person's car broke down and they tried to fix it themselves. But somehow, they ended up getting stuck in the trunk.
Oh no, that must have been terrifying. How did they get out?
Well, the person's grandmother came to the rescue. She grabbed a knife and pried the trunk latch open.
Wow, that's quick thinking on the grandmother's part. What did they find in the trunk?
That's the really wild part, the trunk was full of all kinds of random items. Old toys, books, even a couple of spare tires.
Haha, it sounds like this person was quite the pack rat. Having all that stuff in their trunk probably didn't help the situation.
Exactly. It's a good thing the grandmother was able to get them out. I can't imagine being trapped in a cramped trunk surrounded by clutter.
Me neither, that must have been so claustrophobic. Though I have to admit, I'm a little curious to know what other treasures were hiding in that trunk.
Same here. It makes me wonder what kind of strange things people keep stored away in their vehicles. You never know what you might find.
That's true. Maybe it's like a secret time capsule or something. A little window into the owner's life.
Ah, yeah, exactly. Who knows, maybe they've got some super valuable antiques or collectibles buried in there.
Well, if that's the case, I hope they get it all sorted out. Imagine if there were some priceless items mixed in with all that junk.
No kidding. Either way, it's definitely one for the books, The Great Trunk Treasure Hunt.
Absolutely. It's a wild story, but I'm glad the person made it out safe, thanks to their quick thinking grandma.
Me too. It just goes to show you never know what kind of adventure your car might take you on.
Lesson 11, The Art of Storytelling.
Hey Anna, have you heard about the key elements of writing a good story?
No, I haven't. What are they?
They say that you should answer the who, what, when, where, why, and how if you want to write a compelling story.
Ah, I see. That makes a lot of sense. Can you break that down for me a bit more?
Absolutely. The who is about introducing the main characters and giving them distinct personalities.
Okay, that's the foundation. What about the what?
The what is all about the central plot or conflict that drives the story forward. It's the main event or challenge the characters face.
I see. So the who sets the stage, and the what provides the central drama. What's next?
The when and where establish the setting, the time period, and the specific location where the story takes place.
That helps the reader visualize the scene. And the why and how?
The why delves into the motivations and emotions behind the characters' actions. The how explores the details of how the story unfolds.
Ah, I get it now. Those elements really flesh out a narrative and make it feel complete.
Exactly. Hitting all those key points is what separates a good story from a mediocre one.
It seems like a lot to keep track of, but I can see how it would result in a rich, captivating tale.
Definitely. The best writers weave those elements together seamlessly. It's an art form, for sure.
Well, you've definitely inspired me to work on my storytelling skills. I'm excited to put these principles into practice.
That's great, Anna. I'd love to read some of your stories and get your take on the whole who, what, when, where, why, and how approach.
Sounds like a plan. I'm ready to dive into the wonderful world of creative writing. This is going to be fun.
I'm looking forward to it. Good storytelling is truly an amazing thing to behold.
Lesson 12, The Rhythm of Rowing.
Morning, Anna. I've been meaning to talk to you about this new hobby I've started, rowing.
Rowing, huh? That's so interesting. I didn't know you were getting into that sport.
Yeah, it's been amazing. Rowing is one of the oldest organized sports in the Western world, did you know that?
No, I didn't realize it had such a long history. What drew you to give it a try?
Well, I've always been intrigued by the grace and power of rowing. There's just something so captivating about it.
I can imagine. The coordination and teamwork required must be really impressive to witness.
Definitely. It's such a unique blend of individual effort and collective rhythm. It's quite the workout, too.
I bet. Rowing seems to engage your whole body in a really dynamic way. Is it challenging to get the technique down?
It takes some practice, for sure. Keeping the oar blades in sync with the rest of the crew is key.
I can see how that would require a lot of focus and discipline. It must feel incredibly rewarding when you nail that perfect stroke.
Absolutely. There's nothing quite like the feeling of being in perfect sync with your boatmates, gliding effortlessly across the water.
That sounds amazing. I'd love to see you in action sometime, John. It must be a sight to behold.
You should definitely come check out one of my races. The energy and camaraderie is truly electric.
I would love that. Watching a rowing competition live must be such an exhilarating experience.
It really is. The roar of the crowd, the splash of the oars, the pure athleticism, it's an incredible thrill.
I can only imagine. Rowing seems like such an elegant and powerful sport. I'm really intrigued now.
Well, I'd be more than happy to take you out on the water for a little rowing lesson sometime. What do you say?
Yes, please. That sounds like an amazing opportunity. I'm excited to try my hand at it.
Awesome, it's a plan then. I can't wait to introduce you to the joy of rowing. It's going to be a blast.
I'm really looking forward to it, John. This is going to be such a unique and memorable experience.
Absolutely. Alright, I'm going to head off to my next practice. but we'll definitely figure out a time to get you out on the water.
Sounds good. Have a great session, and I'll be in touch about scheduling our rowing adventure.
You got it. Catch you later, Anna. This is going to be epic.
Lesson 13, Cultured Conversation.
Anna, I have to ask, do you ever encounter any cults in your day-to-day life?
Cults? Goodness, no. In fact, I can go for an entire year without even catching a glimpse of a cult.
Really? You must be an expert on the subject then. I'm always fascinated by the strange and mysterious world of cults.
Haha, I don't know if I'd consider myself an expert. I just try to steer clear of that whole scene, you know? It's not really my cup of tea.
I can understand the hesitation. Cults can be a pretty intense and unsettling topic. But I find the psychology behind them endlessly intriguing.
I suppose I can see the appeal from an academic perspective. But in reality, I much prefer to surround myself with more, well, normal people.
Fair enough. Most of us tend to avoid the cultish types. Though I have to admit, I do sometimes wonder what it would be like to be part of one.
Really, John? You'd want to join a cult? Isn't that a little risky and, I don't know, borderline illegal?
Oh, no, not at all. I just mean, from an outside perspective, the sense of community and belonging can seem alluring. But I have no desire to actually get caught up in one.
Phew, that's a relief. I was about to say, if you start acting like a cult member, I'm going to have to stage an intervention or something.
Don't worry, Anna. I'm perfectly happy being a regular, non-cult Y person. Although, now you've got me wondering what kinds of cults are out there.
John, I think it's best if we steer clear of that topic altogether. Let's talk about something a little more uplifting, shall we?
You're probably right. Cults are a bit of a heavy subject. How about we discuss our favorite books or movies instead? I'm always looking for new recommendations.
Lesson 14, Workout Routines.
Morning, Anna. Have you mapped out our 30-day fitness challenge yet?
Good morning, John. Yes, I've been thinking about it a lot. I have an idea for a great routine.
Awesome, let's hear it. I'm excited to get started.
Okay, so I was thinking we could do about 30 minutes of yoga in the mornings, followed by 40 minutes of jogging in the evenings.
That sounds perfect. Yoga to get us centered and energized, then cardio to really get our heart rates up.
Exactly. And we can switch up the types of yoga and jogging routes to keep it interesting.
Definitely. Variety will help us stay engaged and motivated throughout the challenge.
Absolutely. What do you think about starting our first workout this weekend?
I'm in. The sooner we get started, the sooner we'll see results.